Today I'll be demonstrating how to do if-then conditions in the terminal. So let's begin. I'll first begin by just creating a script. By opening up Vim. You don't have to use Vim. You can use Nano if you like. But I like Vim, so I'm going to use that. Then usually you always start out your script with the crunch bang, or the pound sign, and the exclamation point, also known as crunch bang. And this is what I want to do. I want to have displayed on the screen to choose two numbers. Either choose number 1 or choose number 2. And what I want to do is if they choose number 2, say, hey, good job, you chose number 2. If you chose number 1, do something else or end the program. So that's what we're going to do. So first thing is I'm going to echo the words choose number 1 or number 2. Okay? Then we're going to read that. So that allows me then to be able to type something in. Read command stops the program, has the user type something in, and then hit enter. And then once the user hit enter, it continues through the program. So now I'm going to have my if-then condition. So if I type if, and then we put those in square brackets, if $A, because what happens is whatever the person types in gets captured as the variable A. And then we can say if it's equal to 2. That's what the dash Q is equal to. Instead of equal to, you can also use less than, which is LT, or greater than, which is GT. But I'm going to say equal to, since we're just using two numbers here. Then you write your then, and then you write what do you want to do if that's true. So if this is A equals 2 is true, so if the user right here actually types in the number 2, and if they type in number 2, what you want it to do is say, you want it to echo back, you chose the number 2. Oops, let's not do that. Let's do number 2. And then we're going to finish off our if statement by doing if backwards, like that. That says that we are concluding this statement that we started right here, and that says we're done with this if-then. So let me go ahead and save this and see how this works. So I'll type this in script. It says choose 1 or 2. Well, let me choose 2 because we know that that's kind of what we want. You chose the number 2. So what it did was it echoed out this command. It put those words on the screen with echo. Then it stopped with the read command and allowed me to type something in. That's what read does. And I typed the number 2, which was represented as A. And then what it brought back is, since I typed 2, it says you chose the number 2. Okay, let's see what happens if I choose number 1. Number 1. Oh, it just ends the program. It doesn't do anything because it doesn't know what to do if I choose number 1. So let's go back into this little script that we have here. And look at this. So we'll go back here. See echo, choose number 1 or 2. So that's what comes on the screen. Then it stops the program, lets me type something, and whatever I type, and when I hit enter, whatever I type is represented as A. Then I do an if-then condition, and maybe I should put space down here. Then it does an if-then condition, and here's the condition. If A, whatever I type, equals 2, then put this on the terminal. Okay, echo that back. Okay, so that's how you do a very basic if-then function or formula. Now let's add else to this, because I want to say else let's say I choose number 1, right? Because if I chose number 1, is the way this program's working, the program just ends because it doesn't know what else to do. So the else is, what if this is not right, if this isn't true, if A does not equal 2, and that is a false statement. So if that's a false statement, I want it to say you did not choose the number 2. So this first one, this then, is only if this is a true statement. Otherwise, or else, do this. If this statement is not true, I want you to do this instead. Okay, so here's your condition. If it's true, do this. If it's not true, do this. So let's go ahead and look at this and save this script and run it. Number 1 or 2. So let's choose 2, make sure that works. Oh, I chose the number 2. That's right, I did choose the number 2. Let's do this. Choose number 1 or 2. Now let me choose 1. I did not. You did not choose the number 2. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't. Let me see if I can really trick up this script. Huh? What if I don't pick either 1 or 2? Oops, I opened up the script accidentally. So let's go ahead and run this. I'm going to choose 500 just because I'm a jerk. Now we'll see if I can mess up my program. Oh, I did not choose the number 2. Well, that's right. I didn't choose the number 2 because our condition was A equals 2. And since that wasn't true, it put that out on the screen. So that's how we do an if-then statement, and we also added an else, which is an if-then-else statement. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it helped you with your homework and your assignment. And let me know if you have any questions by emailing me or stopping by my office. So thank you very much.